Hello and welcome to today's edition of Pelicans Report, a show devoted to news about the New Orleans Pelicans and the NBA. I'm Jimmy Smith, Pelicans columnist for the Times-Picayune and NOLA.com. And today I'm joined by Pelicans beat writer Nakia Hogan. And Nakia, everyone thought that Anthony Davis might have a breakout season, but I don't think anyone imagined the kind of monster game he'd have in Tuesday night's opener against the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice way to start the season for a guy who entered this year with almost as much hoopla as anybody in the league. You know, every magazine, every publication was tabbing this guy as the next great thing, the second, third, fourth best player in the league. So I think it was a great way for him to come out, showcase his skills, his all-around game. He showed, some mid-range jumpers. He showed some ability to attack the basket, but especially on the glass and blocking shots, he was dominant.
Yeah, and there's no question about that. Since the shot blocking statistic began being tracked in 73-74, no one had an opening night line like he had the other night against Orlando.
Yeah, it was nice to see. And I get the feeling, though, we're going to see a few more nights like that. Last year we were starting to see some similar type games, but I think now this guy's game is on another level. And I think, Jimmy, you and I, we're going to be talking about, perhaps triple doubles in the near future from Anthony Davis.
Yeah, and Tyreke Evans also threatened a triple double the other night. He was very close on rebounds and assists, and he's a force to be reckoned with inside when he's penetrating.
Yeah, I like what I saw from Tyreke. There are some questions how he'd hold up against bigger small forwards, but I think offensively he challenges those guys because he gets the ball and he's that point forward. He's the true ball handler on offense, and he gets it. He's such a great facilitator. He can get in that paint, and you saw him feed Amir Sheik at times, Anthony Davis. Mm-hmm. He fed other guys, and I think he made that offense work early, and they just kept forcing and pushing the tempo, and I think that's all because of Tyreke's ability to get into the paint.
The Pelicans were big on the offensive glass, especially Anthony Davis. Ended this clip here with a big monster putback, and he's just such a dominant player inside, and we've talked all along about how Omar Ashik is going to take some of the pressure off of Anthony Davis to be that last line of defense and really give him the freedom to become more of an offensive player and pick his spots defensively.
Yeah, and that's, again, we saw that in game one. Anthony Davis' arms are super long. This guy looks like he could just reach up and grab the rim, and now that he has that big body in the middle to help him out, he can do all those other freakish things he likes to do away from all of the big banging down low now.
Right. 9 blocks. I think you're right. He's going to have some double-digit block games along the way. I don't think there's any doubt about that. A big step up in class on Saturday night, though. The Dallas Mavericks come in. They gave the Spurs all they could handle on opening night, and the Pelicans just played them a week ago in Bossier City, and they decided to rest all their starters there. Rick Carlisle did not play any frontline players. This is going to be a different Mavericks team on Saturday night.
Yeah, and I think what's going to really be fun and interesting to see is how that new dynamic force for the Pelicans, inside, when you have Amir Sheik and Anthony Davis, how they match up against the tandem in Dallas, and Tyson Chandler, guy we know well here,
right,
and Dirk Nowitzki, one of the best power forwards in NBA history. So that's going to be a great matchup, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Yes, it will. And after that, Monday night on the road against Memphis. Well, that's it for today's show. Join us Tuesday when we recap the games against the Mavs and Grizzlies. I'm Jimmy Smith. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.